The fraught question of what history is, and who gets to write it, is one of the reasons so many of the stories within Black convicts remain relegated to the margins, silenced within Western histories of the colonial period. As I combed through the archives over the past 6 years, I became more and more amazed as the stories of people transported to Australia from Barbados, the United States, Mozambique, Canada, Jamaica, Martinique, St. Kitts and Nevis, Britain, South Africa, Grenada, Antigua, and so many other countries began to reveal themselves. Despite the fragmentary nature of the evidence, I've attempted to piece together parts of these narratives. But the joy of discovery has also been met with frustration, and on several occasions, anger. Why don't we know about these men, women, and children? They are literally recorded, often in ways that highlight their race, making it impossible to ignore. But ignored they have been. Archives aren't neutral. As historian Jennifer L. Morgan puts it, for many scholars, the problem is not to weed through an overabundance of sources, but to endure the absences, erasures, and mischaracterizations of racialized subjects. Engagement with the archive is an opportunity to confront the exclusionary powers that position racialized subjects as outside the national project. The archive, then, is home to the counter-narrative, or at least to its possibility. So, I found it. The colonial archives have presented me with opportunities to better understand this settler colony known as Australia. But working with archives takes a toll, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Archives are representations of state violence and power, and this becomes most clear when working with material that details the exploitation of human labor for profit. Reading between the lines of this material, it becomes difficult to comprehend how humans can subject other humans to so much cruelty. Considering tragedy after tragedy, with the awareness that so many of these ancestors were denied access to justice in their lifetimes, gives my work a sense of urgency. The archives themselves enact an ongoing violence because, as Marissa Fuentes puts it, we can only create historical narratives that reproduce these violent, colonial discourses. Moreover, these narratives have been produced by predominantly white people about non-white historical actors. As a Black woman, as well as an historian, I felt the added awareness that my work might go beyond just writing history and act as a partial corrective to the epistemic violence of these narratives, helping us to see these people as more than commodities and convicts.